so I make 65,000 for my base salary.
Roughly 40k.
I'm on £15 an hour.
42,000.
70,000 a year.
And I'm on 40,000 a year.
So I think last year's about 27,000 on a tax return.
Can you tell me what your salary will be of your job?
36,000.
There are a lot of places you do go into that will say they're not advertising, but they'll take people on. If you go in and say, I really want a job, they'll go, all right, we'll see what we can do.
The cost of living in Brighton is quite high.
I'm living at home for a year first, so...
Clever. Parents are giving the thumbs up. Hi everyone, hope you're all well and welcome to a new episode of Easy English. Today I wanted to ask the question about jobs. I want to know what people do to make a living in the UK, how they trained for that job, if they even have a university degree, what advice they have for getting on the job market, and also the taboo question, how much do they make? Before we get started, if you're a regular viewer of Easy English but you're not yet a subscriber, then quickly hit the button below. Here we go. What do you do for a living?
I work in tech.
And whereabouts is your work?
So I actually work remotely. I live in London, in Chiswick. We have an office in Euston, opposite Google, but predominantly I work remotely out of Chiswick.
Okay. And then can I ask, what is your salary?
Yeah, sure. So I make a split between base salary and then commission as well. So I make 65,000 for my base salary and then another 40,000 on top of that.
Could you tell me what you do for a living?
Yeah, I've just graduated, so I'm just about to start a job working in finance in London.
Congratulations. And whereabouts in London will you be working?
In Stratford.
Okay, great. And then if you don't mind me asking, can you tell me what your salary will be of your job?
36,000.
I'm a secondary school teacher, local, and I teach physics. So yeah, that's kind of the...
In Brighton?
In Brighton, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And then would you mind, if you don't mind, me telling me how much you earn in your salary?
Roughly 40k.
I am head of geography, so I'm a secondary school teacher.
Could you tell me what your salary is?
I don't know.
I'm a cleaner. I work on building sites.
Okay.
So I go into a building, like the new builds, and rip up all Corex and all the packaging on everything, and then we clean it thoroughly. And then we go back again and we do another clean.
Okay.
And then I do end of tenancies. So when people move out of houses, we go and clean them. And students,
Yeah, you must be busy.
Student accommodations, they're the messiest. But yeah, we go in and we clean it all and make it right. It varies. I'm on £15 an hour, but it depends on how many hours we do. I can earn like £140 a day, or it all depends. It depends if it's an end of tenancy, it's less. So it all varies.
You get busy periods probably, like
Yeah.
end of terms and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. The building site's more money than end of tenancies, but it varies.
I work for Surrey Fire and Rescue Service in the control room up at Surrey, covering East, West and Surrey.
Oh wow, cool, nice job.
Yeah.
And can I ask, for free to say no, how much you make for in your salary?
42,000.
Shall I go first because it's boring? So we both work in recruitment. I work in the back office doing onboarding and compliance and reading through contracts.
I work for a German-based satellite manufacturer, so I hire engineers who essentially design hardware for space. I'm on an internal salary and I'm on about 70,000 a year. And then I get a kind of delivery commission-based bonus at the end of the year as well.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So it's based on the hires I make for the company.
Okay. Nice.
And I'm on 40,000 a year.
I'm a painter and decorator. Last year I had a gap of 3 months. I chose not to work for 3 months. I think last year's about 27,000 on a tax return.
I am a psychologist.
And my next question, feel free to tell me to like bugger off. Would you mind telling me your salary as a psychologist in
Yes.
London? To bugger off. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's
No,
good.
I'm not telling you
That's good because in some countries it's completely fine to say salary.
Yeah.
But in Britain it's a bit more of a
It's true.
taboo now.
Yes, I think in Britain is a bit of a taboo. There is a lot of assumption, and that's why, especially, I just would rather
Great.
keep it private.
If you'd like to improve your English with our YouTube videos, then did you know you could become an Easy English video member where you'll be given learning extras and exercises to help you improve your English. All you have to do is go to www.easyenglish.video/membership. There you'll be presented with many ways to improve your English with us, whether it's with our podcast, conversation calls, or videos. By joining our video membership, not only are we going to give you access to our exclusive Discord server, you're also going to get transcripts, vocabulary lists, audio-video downloads, plus our worksheets. Our worksheets take the more extensive vocabulary and slang used in our vocabulary lists, and we create a small quiz for you, filling in the blanks and guessing the odd ones out. You'll get all of this for our entire YouTube catalogue for just £5 a month by going to easyenglish.video/membership. Now back to the video. What would you say for if someone was to try to get a job in London would be like a minimum salary they should be looking for to get?
I think minimum, if you want to have like a nice life in London, but you're sensible, is probably £45,000, I would say, is the bare minimum.
Would you say that is a sustainable amount of money to live in the UK, or specifically London maybe?
I would say in London it's pushing it. It's just about maybe scrape by, but I'm living at home for a year first, so.
Clever. Parents are giving the thumbs up. Okay, so then what would you think would be an acceptable wage to live and survive in London and have enjoy a nice life?
I think 40,000 a year as a single person, you can live a reasonable life, but that probably wouldn't be enough to get you on the housing ladder or save much of the future or anything like that.
I think around that value, around 40k is what you'd be looking for like a kind of nice life and buying things that you want, I guess.
If you're coming to become a teacher, your starting salary is going to be mid-20 grand, or mid-20s probably for a starting out as a newly qualified teacher. I've been teaching for 20 odd years, so I mean, you need to look for something that is going to give you a good salary so that you can enjoy living by the sea.
How much would you say would be in Brighton and UK?
Yeah.
What would be like a decent wage that means you could live a happy life if you lived on your own as well?
30,000 a year, I would say.
What would be like a good wage that you'd have to earn to live a nice life, in your opinion?
Gosh, I don't know. What would you say? I don't really know.
30k plus?
Yeah, plus.
A year?
Yeah, plus.
For Brighton?
Yeah, well, plus. Yeah.
Oh, probably 40.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just enough.
And is that the case across the whole of the UK, do you think, that 40 is a good minimum?
I think it's an average pay for working full-time.
Okay.
Our rent and bills in a 2-bed flat was about $2 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So it's
40 plus is kind of
it's on the breadline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
And how does that compare to the rest of the UK, if you understand?
Well, we've
how
got
that
friends
works?
that live up in Sheffield, and my friends managed to buy a house on her own
For
on
less
her
than
salary
200
for less
grand.
than 200 grand.
And it's a 3-bedder.
Yeah.
I
And
can
it's
feel
got
like the
7.
resentment.
But you pay to live down here, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. It's by the sea. Brighton's got such a good social
Exactly.
thing going on. So you know, living in the south of England is super expensive.
Did you have to get a degree? Did you
Yes.
study for it?
Yes.
Specifically psychology?
Yes.
Okay.
Both in Italy and here.
And is that necessary to be a psychologist in
To
UK?
be a qualified clinical psychologist, yes.
What
Go ahead, Matt.
did you do in order to get your job, education-wise? Did you go to university?
Yeah, I studied psychology, which I think helps for my role because it helps me understand myself and also people.
Do you think you even need to have a degree in order to work in most fields outside of, being a doctor or something like this?
Other than those things, I would say absolutely not. I would say, if in terms of sort of work practicality and apprenticeship or things like that, probably more practical in most cases. But you should go to uni if you want to for the experience.
Do you have to do a degree to become a teacher? Is it advised to if you wanted to get into that job market?
You would need a degree to become a teacher. It's not always in the subject that you're looking to teach in. So a lot of teachers who do teach physics didn't do a physics degree, but it is desirable, and I think makes you more desirable candidate.
But do you think it helps to have a degree in general to start?
No. I don't think that's a requirement anymore. There's so many jobs that you can do now that doesn't need further education, because you can learn on the job. There's apprenticeships and lots of other jobs where you can train, and tradesmen and all kinds of jobs where you don't need to have a university education to do.
Like entry level positions.
Because going to university is super expensive. So you need to really want to do that.
Yeah.
So there's so many other jobs that you can do that don't require that high level of education.
Would you say that people need to have a degree nowadays, you think?
I don't think so, no.
You think entry level and apprenticeships are...
I think that's the way forward, is learning actually on the job.
Did you study to do this specifically, or did you need a degree to do this?
No, neither of us went to university.
Do you have any advice in terms of how to get a job? Any tips or tricks?
Just keep looking, don't give up. Don't just look online and just think, go in and ask people places, because a lot of people don't advertise. So just go in and ask. If you feel like you want to do something somewhere in a certain shop, go in.
I think because degrees are diminishing in value very much, so unless you're going to go to quite a well-regarded university, you'd probably be better off looking at alternative qualifications that are going to be more practical and put you in less debt.
You need to make sure that you look around for what you're actually interested in, and don't necessarily settle on kind of the first thing that you see. There are, obviously depending on what you're looking for, but there are a lot of jobs out there in various markets, and it does require a little bit of kind of weighing up your options, and don't just settle on the first thing you see, I think.
Hard work pays off. Hard work pays off in whatever you do, whatever job you do. If you work hard, you will succeed, and never give up, really. Just keep persevering and you will eventually get to where you want to be.
Nice, very nicely said. What advice would you give in order to get the jobs that you had or similar?
I reckon if you get given an opportunity and you don't,
what's going on?
and you don't think you can do it, just give it a go anyway.
Yeah.
And learn as you can. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Work hard. Obviously, if you're doing a degree, you have to work really hard to get that. But if you haven't got that behind you, you've got to just work hard, be willing and open to new things in the work environment, and just work your way up in that respect, really.
I would try and plan out what path you want to take, so sort of map out ahead of time the career trajectory and then take the steps necessary to make that happen. So often you'll need a university degree to get entry-level roles, so find what you're interested in, map out the process, and then take the necessary steps to make it happen. Work hard, network, the world's your oyster.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. What a surprise! Almost every single person told me their wage. Bizarre. Let us know in the comments below if you're thinking about joining the UK's job market, and as always, we'll see you next time. Ta-ra!